Let's get into some boxing now. Actually,
Hell yeah.
I'm gonna try not to pronounce his name wrong. Jake Paul versus Ben Askren.
Oh, okay. I thought you were gonna. It was like Jake Paul is pretty straightforward.
Yes. That's two first names, James.
Jake? Does the
Paul
E make a sound?
Is it Paul?
I'll say. So, what do you guys think about the fight? Do you like it? I know you're really big into the UFC boxing world.
Yeah.
What's your take?
I mean, I love it. Okay, like, so Jake has been on a tear, just yelling at anyone in everything boxing and MMA. Like Connor, like when Connor lost, he was like, "Hey, if 50 mils off the table, I get 10,000 cash for you." That was a beautiful tweet. That was a beautiful tweet. But this, I knew he was looking for an opponent, and it came out a few days ago that he found one. Then he signed the contract, and yesterday came out that it was Ben Askren. I love it because it's not another YouTuber. I was worried it was going to be another YouTuber, and I was a professional athlete, and I was going to be like,
I'm going to fight KSI events.
Yeah, exactly. Like,
shut up.
Shut up. Like, good for you. Like, good. Now he's going to basically be kind of putting his money where his mouth is. Because Ben Askren's known for his ground game in the MMA. Like, he was hyped up. Like, Joe Rogan, all these guys were hyping his kids, like, ground game up in the UFC, only to get knocked out by a knee in 5 seconds by George Masvidal.
Oh.
So that was good. But what I'm really excited for is the lead up to the fight is going to be something that we've never seen, because Ben Askren can talk his mouth off, and we can see that Jake Paul can talk his mouth off too. Yeah. This is going to be just a wonderful war of words.
Who do you think wins?
I think it's going to go to a decision. I think it's going to be Ben, just because Ben's been in the fighting world for a while. And like I said, he is a ground game, but guys with ground game know how to throw punches. That's the only thing.
I mean, if you're in the UFC, you obviously know how to throw
you have
punches.
to know at least how to throw like actual legit punches. This is why I love the fight, because if Jake goes on to win, he's now proven that he can beat a guy that has fought for a living.
Still not a boxer, though.
Still not a boxer. I get that. But at least this man has been in this world.
It's better than Nate Robinson.
At least he's not calling up Muggsy Bogues. Like, you want to throw hands?
Oh, my God.
Yo.
Dude.
Muggsy.
Don't even say yo. Muggsy was old when he was playing NBA.
I know, but I'd love to see. Yo, I watched the video of him blocking, I think it was Yao Ming the other day. I was like, oh,
that was Nate Robinson.
I know Nate Robinson did. I know Muggsy Bogues. He blocked somebody huge. And
Was it Bol?
It might have been Bol.
No. Manu. Yeah, thank you.
His dad.
What? They're the same guy. They look identical. If you would.
Genetics are crazy.
They're both 20 feet tall. Yeah.
Anyways.
Yeah. I love the fight, especially. So yeah, if he wins, he's proven himself. He's gonna get.
If he wins, he's gonna get a real.
He's gonna get an actual fighter next time.
Yeah.
And he's been yelling at Ryan Garcia too.
Ryan Garcia is not even gonna look his way.
I don't even think he will. He might. Dude, honestly. If you beat Ben Askren, be a man, fight Dennis. You've been yelling at Dennis for longer than Connor. Go fight Dylan Dennis. You need to win this fight though.
Yeah.
Then some people like give you some respect. Like, oh, that's a legit fighter that you just beat. Good for you. Like that's good. Then you can start actually for real yelling at these other guys. Then go out and fight like Dylan Dennis. Like Ryan Garcia just won a championship. He's not going to look your way. You need more fights on your belt for Ryan Garcia to even consider you a person.
We'll never see that fight. One, because I don't think Jake Paul's skilled enough to ever get there, because Ryan Garcia is the next big thing.
But I tell you what, I am rooting for Jake Paul here, because I was telling you guys before the show, I love me a good heel.
This was a good point.
Jake Paul, and for those of you who don't know what a heel is, it's a wrestling term like WWE, where these guys that are just the bad guys that you like just want someone to beat the absolute crap out of.
Jake Paul's the Undertaker.
But they're so good at being that guy that you love them. It's just that's Jake Paul. Especially if he wins, that'll be him to a T. I'm fiending for this fight. I can't wait. I am way more excited for this fight than the Floyd Mayweather fight, because that thing's a joke. That's a joke. Still.
That's gonna be a lot of haymakers and dancing. That whole fight.
Yes, that fight's a joke. But I love this Jake Paul one.
So the only reason what it irritates me about is these YouTubers is they just use their platform, which power to them. Where it's like they use these platforms like I'm gonna go fight real fighters now. Where it's like I've always been like, use your advantages. That's great. I just hate how these fighters are getting these fights because they're well known. But I think the boxing world needs to look at this and be like, hey, we need to use this as an advantage, because
He also
can
kind of fight too.
No, and I'm not, clearly they're not absolute bums, but my thing is more for their viewership and their audience. the audience, I feel like boxing has not grown at all throughout the years. I feel like I feel like it's become stagnant. So I think if you get these YouTubers in it, even though they might not be the best fighters, you get the younger crowd in it. They'll stream it on YouTube in the future or something. Things like that. It's just, I think the boxing world could use this as a business move, as an advantage. How do we get a bigger viewership?
Well, the reason why boxing has been stagnant is because, one, it's been one of the most corrupt businesses of all time. Like, corrupt. Like, the amount of fixes that have been in boxing, it's disgusting. Disgusting. And then also, the reason why it's steady is because MMA's rise has been just a skyrocket.
Huge.
And it's just overtaken them by a mile.
Dana White. I love Dana White for one reason, because he just called out like the illegal streamers.
Oh yeah.
He's just like, yeah, I know there's a lot of them, but we're gonna get them one by one. And he's just like, we got him. He goes, all he has to do is turn on that stream, and we've got him. I don't know. I just love Dana White.
Yeah. No.
UFC.
Well, actually, you see, speaking of UFC, you see that guy who he like snuck people into whatever fight it was the other day. It was one of the UFC fighters, one of the undercard fighters. Snuck, like, he cut off like his bracelet or whatever, like gave it to his friends or something to like sneak him in. And Dana White's like, yeah, no, you are no longer a fighter.
He cut him from the UFC.
Dude, he's like, you're off the card, you're off everything. Just
Dana
goodbye.
White, so he's like technically the commissioner, right?
He owns them.
He's the Roger Goodell of UFC.
Yeah, okay, so I know he's like technically he is the owner, so but commissioner is another way. He just does not put up with anyone's crap.
Yeah, he's a great fucking commissioner.
I love it. Yeah, commissioner, owner, however you'd want to put it for
the
UFC.
He's the dude.
Yeah, he's the face of the ownership part of it.
He reminds me of like a rustic version of Joe Rogan. Like, you know what I mean? Like, just the way
for the
he
longest
looks.
time
like,
when I was younger, I thought they were the same person for a little while.
Yeah, like
and
that's a
and I know now like
oh, he's funny some days. That's weird.
I was so confused. I would be like, Dana White, what happened? Like, you're kind of funny today. And then I'm like, I feel like he looks a little different, though.
Wow, Dana, you look muscled out of your gills today.
Yeah,
look at you,
holy
man.
But like, it was
Tortoisal's pumping.
And then
you switch cameras or something?
And I'm like,
Jesus.
Dana White, you look a little different in the ring. And I was like, now you're doing side commentating during the fights. I'm like, what is going? It was just, I thought they were the same person for a while.
That's fair.
For a long time, actually.
But yeah, boys, Jake Paul. This is a big fight. This is legit. This is honestly because,
I will respect him a little bit. If he wins this fight.
Oh yeah, you got it. It's a legit fighter.
But I don't right now.
Yeah. At least Jake Paul fought a professional athlete and slumped him for 10 minutes.
I mean, he kind of did what he was supposed to do. Was it really 10 minutes?
It was a long time. I thought he died.
Dude, he was up there was a lot of people that thought he might have died.
He was laying down. It got past like 2 minutes of him just like sniffing that canvas, and I was like, he's dead. This is a corpse. I'm looking at a corpse. There's a corpse in the ring right now. There's a whole dead body in the ring. And then the best part about this is Nate Robinson's still tweeting like nothing happened.
That's because he doesn't remember the fight.
Dude, he was like,
a
fight?
I was
on a Mike Tyson undercard? What?
He's more just like, so when are we fighting?
Dude, it's just like he's into just like tweeting like basketball clips. I'm like, dog, like, and just all these comments. I'm like, hey, we ain't forget.
It's so sad because I love Nate Robinson as a basketball player.
Oh God.
But like, this is what happens when you accept fights like this. Like, if you lose, you.
Dude, this is when Jake Paul like.
If Jake Paul gets his ass beat, this is what's gonna happen to Jake Paul.
Is that it? Is that a Nintendo DS?
That is.
Oh my! I'm sorry, my ADD just kicked in. I'm sorry. I was like, I haven't seen those in a decade. Neat. Anyway, Jake Paul. I can't wait. I'm sorry. I saw the thing. I was like, no way.
You guys trying to play some Pokemon?
Oh, that's crazy. All right. I mean, are your Nintendogs all right? It's been a while.
Yo, when's the last time you checked? Actually, I was looking for the charger the other day. I could not.
Yeah, I am so sorry I did that. I couldn't help it. Yeah, I know. Glare at me. I'm sorry. That's just.
Come on, reel us back in, James. Come on.
Yeah, so I like to fight. It's real
I like
fighters.
it too.
I say, that's all we got for the show today. If we're talking about Nintendo DSs now. Once again, thanks for watching. If you like what we do, please share, comment, like, all that stuff really helps us out growing. You guys got anything?
Don't forget to check on your Nintendogs. I'm gonna go home and do that.
Sports on Tap esports segment right here.
Yeah, this is This is what you get if you subscribe.
We don't
to
have a
Patreon.
Patreon. We don't have a Patreon yet. We'll let you know when we do.
Not yet.